Hi, and welcome back. My name is Freems, and I'm an EVE Online player since 2017. When I'm being very honest, then I should tell you that I'm very addicted to the game. After all, it is a very addictive game. A while ago I decided to start streaming and create some EVE Online tutorial movies. The reason behind it is because I also had a hard time finding out things myself in the beginning. Hopefully you can learn something from them, and will it help you with the discovery of this wonderful game. Today part 1 of the EVE Online tutorial for beginning capsuleers. I will show you what happens when you launch the game for the first time, what the next steps are. We will go through the tutorial of the game itself, and I will highlight and explain some of the small things, some features, buttons, and some highlights. Oh yeah, before I forget, please go ahead and press that like and subscribe button. Let's get started. So, after you install the game and you open it for the first time, you will have to create a character first. So I have one free slot. You will always have 3 slots, so you can create 3 characters in one account, and there you can choose different race, different character setup, etc. So first of all, after you open it, you click the plus, and then you have to choose the race you want to. Actually, it doesn't matter which race you choose. It's more about the cosmetics. Actually, whatever race you choose, it will be always possible. It will be always possible to fly any of the ships. So whether you choose Caldari, you will always be able to fly a Galante ship or a Mars ship or whatsoever. So everything which is in the game is available for all races at the same time. So for this example, I'm just going to choose the Caldari, and then here you can see a nice glimpse of ships which you can choose. If you hover them, you will see a small explanation and the name of the ship, of course. So this is just to show you what's it all about. You can have a look at some weaponry, how the characters will look like, some more in-depth info. So actually this is just pure info for you. If you choose Caldari, you can just actually click right away on the button to select it. Then there are 3 bloodlines per race, and always a female and a male character per bloodline you can choose. This again, it doesn't matter what you choose, it's only cosmetics. Like you see it here, it's only the character's appearance. So yeah, let's just choose one for this demo. It's not that important. Now here you can change the entire appearance of your character. You can do some shaping, hair color, eye colors, makeup, clothing, whatever you prefer that your character looks like, you can do it right here. Even some tattoos, etc. You can zoom in and zoom out just to see how they look, and you can turn them around all the way you want. So yeah, go ahead, go through all these options, choose how your character needs to be looking like you want, and then just hit the next button. Here you will need to choose a name. There are 2 things you can do. Or you choose your own name, but there's a possibility that this name already exists. So for example, I will choose my name, and then it will say, oh, this name is unavailable. If you have a popular nickname, there's a great chance that you will receive the same message as I did right now. What you can also do is then add some random numbers, and then it will be fine. Of course, this is not so nice to see. You can be also very inventive and make up some hexadecimals number which then relates to your name. I've seen that before. That's really cool. But you can also do is just click the randomize button, and then the game will provide you a name which you could use. Every time you press this randomize button, it will choose another name. Here you can click as much as you want until you find the right combination, or if you say okay, I like the first part, you can just remove the last part, and then yeah, of course it needs to be available, but then you could also choose this one. For this example, I will choose my name, but with the tag YouTube in front of it, and you see here this is available. So here now I'm going to say enter the game. Now you have the choice to do the tutorial or not, but I strongly advise you to do the tutorial if you never have done this game before. It has some really nice graphics, and they will learn you the very basics of what everything is in eveonline. You don't have to do this. I will do it for this video for sure, just to show you. So yeah, it's up to you. So for good measures, we are going to now have a small video,
and rife with adventure.
I will be back in just a second.
Only the most intrepid capsuleers can conquer its many wonders. Do you have what it takes to become one with the machine? To explore the far reaches of space, carving out a name for yourself among the stars. To become a titan of industry, amassing wealth, power, and prestige as you rise above your rivals. Or to prove your worth in combat, cementing new alliances and vanquishing your foes on your path to glory. For the rare few, immortality awaits. With AIR's Capsuleer training program, you become the architect of your own destiny.
Greetings, Captain. I am Aura, your AI companion. I am here to help you find your way through New Eden. Welcome to the first day of your new life as a Capsuleer. I am now transferring your pod into a ship.
Down there, there's a ship you could actually buy and fly with, but it's so expensive. It will take you a couple of weeks, maybe months, maybe even years before you can buy it. Depends on how inventive and creative you are within the game.
Station hull integrity compromised.
So this was the introduction scenery.
Captain,
the
this
actual
cloning
beginning of the
facility was
game.
attacked before your capsule could be inserted into a ship. I initiated our evacuation sequence before we reached the hangar to avoid certain death. No need to thank me.
So some very basic tips is whenever you click somewhere in the scenery and you click and drag, you can view around. If you do that with the right mouse button, it goes as well, but this is only for a tutorial. Within the game you will be able to pan around.
This baptism by
These
fire
menus,
is certainly
okay,
not
it's
what Air had planned for your
nice to
first
know,
day
but
in
I'm
abroad.
going through them
I'm
very
unable
fast.
to identify our attackers, but they are not currently targeting our. Your
I
pod
just
may
want to
be
show
able
you
to fly through space,
all the
but
steps of the
like
tutorial
all
very
capsules,
quickly.
it is unarmed. A proper ship comes with proper weaponry.
So here
We
they
must scan the
explain it.
debris for us.
To
Now,
rotate the
let's get a
camera.
better look at our surroundings.
You can zoom in
Ah,
and zoom
there
out.
is a ship still capable of flight. An Astero, no less. A fine ship indeed. I have highlighted the navigation section of your display. Use
So
it to
whatever
approach the ship.
object you select, the first choice you always have is approach. There are many ways to do this. This select item window, it will be always visible unless you hide it somehow, but normally it should be always be there with these optional buttons. So you can click that button. You can right click on the ship or the item you're going through. Now in the tutorial, right click is disabled, or you can press, like it's suggested here, the A button on your keyboard to approach. And apparently this is also disabled in the tutorial. So let's click here.
Board the Astero now.
Okay, we can board the ship. Okay, now this ship, the Astero, is widely used as an exploring ship.
Our shields
It's
took
one of the
significant damage
nicest
in the
ships,
attack.
in my opinion, in the game. But it cost around 100 million ISK.
The armor is also in need of repair.
So here you see that the shield is entirely red, is the outer circle. Then the middle circle is your armor. You see it's at 66%. And then the third circle, or half circle, is the structure. As soon as this is getting red, you will be dead in a couple of seconds.
I believe the appropriate idiom for this situation is, we're screwed.
Yeah, that's true. If you're in this situation and people or AI is attacking you, yeah, you're screwed.
Fortunately, the cavalry has arrived. Ships bearing air transponders are approaching our location.
This is Balin Ferris, Commander of Air Security. All ships evacuating this cloning facility are advised to rendezvous at emergency coordinates.
I'm not sure if I can already move this one. Ah, yeah, I can.
Several thousand civilians appear to have survived the attack. Let us make haste and join the fleet Commander Ferris is organizing. Your overview will display the ships in your vicinity.
Captain, your vessel looks like it's seen better days. I'll repair you once you're in range.
Commander Ferris, were you able to determine the identity of our attackers?
Negative, Aura. Their transponders were cloaked and their hulls lacked any identifying information. I'd wager this was an act of corporate espionage turned violent. There are a lot of people in New Eden who want to get their hands on Air's technology.
So they are repairing us, you see, so the shield is repaired, now the armor is repaired. So this is called remote
Thanks
armor
to Commander
repair,
Ferris's
remote shield
repairs,
repair.
Our ship is almost as good as new. At his command, we will proceed to the emergency call.
All ships enter warp formation.
Now this is orchestrated. I'm not pressing any buttons or whatsoever. Now to warp or to fly to a specific direction, you always need to do it yourself. Unless when you are in a fleet, your fleet commander can warp the entire fleet with just a couple of clicks. The fleet can be just only 2 or 3 ships, but can also be 50 ships, and you will all be entering the same warp.
Emergency evacuation zone. We'll be safe here while we regroup.
A spot well chosen. This location's cosmic abnormalities will mask our warp signatures from detection.
Oh.
But our appreciation of New Eden's natural wonders will have to wait.
Captain, I could use your help. My sensors are picking up a strange signal nearby, but my forces are stretched thin defending the civilian fleet.
Okay. Let's fly to that anomaly.
Initiating scan of unidentified signal. Captain, hostiles inbound.
So they are attacking.
We have to defend those unarmed civilian transports. All ships equipped for combat, form up around me.
So we have to orbit this ship. Our commander. So what that will do is
My
it will
sensors indicate that these are the same ships that attacked the cloning facility.
Okay, so it will create a distance between me and my commander, and I will be orbiting continuously around him.
Several frigates are breaking away from the pack. They're targeting those civilian ships.
Yeah, so this is one of the ships that is attacking me. I will select it. I will choose that I'm going to orbit the enemy.
We're too far away, Captain. Thankfully, our ship is equipped with a module that will boost our speed.
Yeah, it's this one. So the afterburner, when you click it, you will see that your speed will increase. So you get closer very fast.
Range. Lock your
Now
target.
we need to lock it. It's this one.
Target lock confirmed. Time to hit them where it hurts.
Yeah, so now I can activate the weapons, and you will see that I will start shooting at him.
That's it, Captain. Let him have it.
Now, so let's see. Okay, here you can see how fast I'm hitting him, and you can also see when he's about to die. It's the same like we have here in our capacitor. So the outer circle is shield, middle is armor, and
a cruiser this time.
Middle circle
it's larger and
is
better armed
structure.
than those frigates. That cruiser is traveling fast. At its current...
So let's orbit the next ship. I can already target it. Oh no, it's 28 kilometers. Okay, we are at 48. 38. Fast. Okay, should be able to target it. Yep. The follow-up range of these Gatling guns, it's about 4,600 meters, and the optimal range is 3,600. So we need to be very close before we can actually shoot him.
Activate the webifier.
The webifier, okay, I'm pressing it
They're
now.
trapped in our web, Captain.
Yeah, so it will make sure that the ship cannot flee. It will be trapped in near to you. Okay, it's I'm within 3000, so I can start shooting. Oh, and I'm being hit very hard.
civilian transport from walking away.
Captain, we can use electronic countermeasures, ECM, to break the battleship's lock on the civilian transport. Doing so means the battleship will be able to target only one thing. There is no other way to save those civilians. They are not captured.
We'll do what we can to keep the other hostiles off your back, Captain. Focus on your target.
Once we deploy the ECM, the battleship will begin firing upon us. Remember, you will have a fresh clone waiting for you once your current body is violently destroyed. Engage the ECM now.
So they will kill me now. Unfortunately, because I really love the ship. There's nothing I can do about this. They are really too strong for what I have. Okay, so my armor is now completely destroyed. Now they are destroying my structures. Halfway. One blast and I'm dead. There we go. And they will destroy my capsule as well. Yeah.
You are a capsuleer. For you, death is not an end. It is simply the beginning of a new adventure. As always, I will see you on the other side.
So I respawned
Welcome back to the world of the living,
in a home
Captain.
station.
I hope your death was not too uncomfortable. Your neural data has been transferred to a fresh clone body. But before you stretch your new legs, someone very important would like to meet you.
So every time you get killed, you will be respawned in your home station in a capsule like this, like you see here. Of course, with your ship lost and everything which was fitted in your ship or maybe in your cargo, that will be lost as well.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Vesper Calatrix, Air's Vice President of Operations.
I will enable your station services panel so that you may board the ship provided to you by Air.
Yeah, every time when you're in your capsule and you're in a station, you will always be able to board the standard ship. It's provided free for you because flying around in your capsule is very dangerous because you're not able to defend yourself, and a capsule is very slow actually.
Try not to blow this one up so quickly. But
So
if you
let's
do,
board this
you
ship.
can acquire a new...
So this
Your
is a
next
default
adventure
ship.
will hopefully prove less explosive. We have a lead on who attacked the cloning facility, and we...
Captain, you can access objects currently stored at the station at which you are docked from your item hangar.
Yeah, so let's open the
Now,
inventory.
Let's take a look at the module Miss Calatrix has given. A mining laser upgrade.
Oh, so we received a
Curious
mining
choice,
laser.
Miss Calatrix. How will a mining module help our investigation?
One of our agents in the field has intercepted a strange signal at one of our mining sites, but we're having trouble locating its source. We want you to investigate the signal.
Duly noted, Miss Calatrix. Captain, you can fit the module to your ship by accessing the fitting window from the neocom.
So there are
Let's
several
fit your
ways to
new
do this
module
one.
in a free slot.
So you can normally right-click, but like I said before, the right-click is disabled in the tutorial. So you could right-click and then click fit to ship. Then it will go to the correct slot immediately. But here in the tutorial, they want us to click and drag it over there.
Now, bring the module online.
Two ways to do that. So, or you can click here the power button, or just click the item itself.
It appears you do not currently possess the skill necessary to use this module. Hardly surprising. You still have much to learn. Please direct your attention to the icon on the display that I have highlighted for you.
Yeah. So whenever you have a ship here in your fitting window, you can always add items to it. But whenever you add an item which you don't have the correct or the right skills, or maybe it isn't completed yet, it will highlight it here.
You can add the missing skill to your training queue here.
So let's do that.
Now, access the skill window from the neocom.
Yeah, it's the second
Skills
icon
are essential
actually
for all
after the
capsuleers
cake
in
box.
New Eden, as they serve as the primary measurement of one's growth. A more highly skilled pilot will be most formidable indeed. Training a new skill takes time, as the neural pathways of your brain are rewired. The complexity of this rewiring can be measured through skill points. You have enough unallocated skill points to train the required skill. Do so now.
Yeah, so whenever you do missions, or career missions to be more precise, then you will receive skill points. These skill points can be used to fasten up the training queue. So this is what they want to demonstrate right here.
Now, all you have to do is confirm that you wish to use those skill points.
Exactly. So I have a couple of skill points, and to accelerate this training of 33 minutes, I will need 1000 skill points to immediately finalize it. So let's do it.
The training required for your new module is complete. Your skill queue is now empty.
I should point out that you can train skills while doing other things. It's a good strategy to always have something training.
Yeah.
I guarantee other capsuleers will be doing just that. We wouldn't want you to fall behind your peers, would we?
Yeah. So I totally agree. Now the queue is empty, and you will see that or recognize that also on the red circle here, in that it's on top of the skills icon, and also you see the pause icon. That means that or the queue is paused for some reason, or there is nothing in there. Always have something in there. There are so many skills that you can train or that you will need to train. Always make sure that there is something in there.
To that end, I've sent the air skill plan to your AI. Normally, you would have received it as part of your capsuleer training program.
Miss Calatrix's advice is sound. You should always have a skill in training. Let's start with this new one, and may it be the first of many.
Yeah, you can also click here the track plan button. If you do that, then whenever or wherever you are in space, you will always see here on the left a small indication of your training queue and what you need to do, etc. So you don't forget about it.
The more skills you acquire, the stronger you'll be. As you continue to grow as a capsuleer, you can adjust your skill acquisition to achieve your desired goals. Now, close the windows crowding your screen. It would be rather comical if you failed to see a threat hurtling right towards us because of an untidy display.
True.
Let
Always
us
make
online
sure that
your
full
mining
screen
laser upgrade.
windows
you
are
have the
closed
necessary
whenever you're in
skill to
space
use
as
it.
soon as possible.
You can do this from the fitting window. Turn the module online. Well done, Captain. You can now close the fitting window.
Looks like you're ready to roll, Captain. Our agent will rendezvous with you at the mining site. Keep your eyes open and watch your six.
Miss Calatrix is right. Time is of the essence. I suspect something nefarious might be occurring.
So whenever you click here the undock button, it means that you will leave the station and that you will go outside. Be aware, as soon as you're outside, you are not protected anymore from possible enemies. So always be careful.
Captain, I have run several scenarios that could explain the mystery signal Air discovered at the mining site. According to my calculations, the probability that the situation is unrelated to the attack on the cloning facility is exceptionally small. 1 in 37 million to be exact. Let us make haste and walk to the site immediately. Warp drive active.
So here on the left, you will see indications like I mentioned before about the career program, but also whenever you do any mission, it will be highlighted here and it will tell you what still needs to be done before you will be able to complete this mission. So that also includes setting destinations, warping towards somewhere, or maybe some minor thing that you still need to do, kill a ship or mine an asteroid, something like that.
The scale of Air's mining operation is rather impressive for such a young corporation. They must be remarkably well funded. It is little wonder that Miss Calatrix would suspect espionage. Further speculation will have to wait. We're being hailed by that orca.
You must be the fresh meat Vesper told me to expect. Elias Pelton's a name, mining's a game.
We're here to assist in any way we can with
Unusual's one way of putting it.
Going to
Pain in my
skip
ass
this,
is another. The signal's bouncing around these
conversations
Miss Calatrix has
soon.
outfitted us with a mining laser
Quickly,
upgrade.
I mean.
That should
Good old Vesper, always 10 steps ahead. Now, let's put that bad boy to use.
Yeah, so in your overview window you have several tabs. Right now you only have 3, but you can create them yourself. I think you can create up to 8 different tabs. But in a later video I will go over that as well. And there are some handy tools which we can use to modify this and to automatically create filters, etc. But like I said, I will go over that in another video.
Best way to blend in is by getting your hands dirty with the crew. Some miners fly solo, but a project this big isn't exactly a one-man show. Sometimes the only way to get shit done is with a fleet. I bet this is the first time you mined with a crew. No offense or anything, you've just got that shiny new pod smell on you. Follow?
If your competence matches your confidence, we are in...
So what I did is here I selected the highlighted
Please, call me
asteroid.
Elias. Mr. Pelton, it makes me feel
And
like
then
an
I
old
said,
man.
okay,
My
let's
old man
approach.
specifically. Miserable son of a bitch. Just about
So
spat in
now
my
I'm
face when I
flying,
left his crusty old
pretty slow,
Caldari corp to make my own way.
But remember, we have this
Sincerest
afterburner, so when
apologies,
you
Elias.
enable this
Our first
afterburner,
name basis shall
your
commence
speed will
immediately.
increase.
Good. I like to keep things informal here. Keeps morale
This will
up.
of course
This
use
crew's
a lot
full
of your
people like
capacitor.
me, following the siren
So
song
make
of
sure that you
sweet,
keep an eye
sweet
on it and
independence.
turn it off
Doesn't hurt that the
as soon
money's
as you
good,
don't
too.
need it anymore. The mining laser, it has a fall-off
Captain,
range of 10
we're now
kilometers,
within
so
range
as soon
of
as
the
we are
asteroid.
within
We should
those
stop
10
here.
kilometers we can start mining it. First of all, we need to target it and then we can enable There we go. We started mining. To stop the ship, press the minus button.
There's something spectacular about a fresh asteroid, isn't there?
Sometimes you have
Play your
to
cards right, and that giant hunk of rock becomes a giant pile
hit the
of
minus
riches.
button several times to just make sure your ship is actually stopping.
Pile of rocks, as Elias puts
A good
it,
tip
in
is
your
you can
cargo
also
hold.
use
It's actually
on your
not
keyboard
rocks,
the
but I
control
assume
and
Elias is
space bar
resorting
at the
to
same
basic
time to stop your
linguistic
ship.
wordplay, a very human tendency.
Okay.
It
So
might not
let's
look like much, but
check the
that's
cargo
not
hold.
just a pile of ore. It's a pile of possibilities. You can sell it, refine it, trade it. The choice is yours. Now, time to quit ogling your inventory. This asteroid's almost dry.
Okay, let's close the inventory.
The asteroid is depleted.
Harvesting resources is one of the best ways to earn money in New Eden. And if you're gonna make it as a capsuleer, the one thing you gotta know is that money is king. Hell, with enough ISK, you'll be able to buy yourself a sweet ride like that venture over there.
Yeah. So about the venture and mining, I
That's
will also
one
create
down.
another
And
video.
now, on to the next.
Because mining, and especially with the venture, it's a topic on its own, and you can
Follow me, Captain.
explain
And
a
stick
lot
close.
about it.
This asteroid field can be a bitch to navigate.
But it's the best ship you can use as an alpha account, an alpha user, to actually mine. It's one of the best ships. It has a great ore cargo, and actually it's a pretty nice ship as well. The looks of it, I mean. Oops. I stopped the afterburner a little bit too soon.
Just like that last asteroid. Once you've got your target in your sights... Looks like you're a natural at this. Keep it up, and Vesper will be offering you my job soon.
So the
Elias,
previous
are there any words
asteroid.
of wisdom you find particularly valuable for new miners?
Oh man, where to start? First off, you gotta know the difference between raw ore and refined minerals. What we're doing right now is mining ore in its raw state. For someone just learning the ropes, selling that ore is the quickest way to make ISK. But
let
you
the
can also
tutorial talk
reprocess
first.
ore into minerals. Take titanium, for example. You can't find that stuff in the wild. You've got to get your hands on some raw ore, like feldspar, and then refine it into titanium. You can sell those minerals or use them to build your own ships or equipment. You can find refineries at most stations. Experienced miners get way more efficient yields from their ore, so that's something you can work towards.
I cannot explain that better.
Is depleted. Another asteroid successfully depleted. The signal strength is increasing. I've isolated the direction of the signal source. It's coming from the asteroid I have indicated on your display.
We better close in on that rock, then.
So what I was about to tell you right before the tutorial came between us is the first asteroid I mined. I just approached it and I started mining. The second one, I went into an orbit. This is actually, when you're in a mining belt, always my advice to you to do is just keep moving around whatever object that you are approaching or
The signal
mining.
is exceptionally strong in this location.
The reason
signal
behind
appears
this
to be
is
emanating from the center
as
of
long
this
as that
asteroid.
you're moving,
Target the
it's
asteroid
harder
and then lock
for the
Break
enemy
this baby apart
to hit
using your
you
civilian
actually.
miner.
So You can hang still, like I'm doing right now,
Just like that.
but it's
We can
not,
whittle away at this
not very
asteroid
secure.
without damaging whatever's broadcasting that signal.
Which can take a
Holy
while.
shit.
Okay.
I think we just found what we're looking for.
The signal source appears to be that wrecked frigate. The fact that the wreck is isolated leads me to believe that the Dramiel was sent to this.
Well, we're not going to get any solid answers all the way over
So
here.
it will let
Let's
me
move in.
approach it, but actually you could also right away click on the open cargo button. Then your ship will say it's too far, but it will start approaching automatically. You always need to be within 2000 kilometers before you can open a cargo. So let's fire up the afterburner for just one cycle.
The signal is strongest in the vicinity of the Dramiel's cargo hold.
I do love the feeling of striking gold.
So whenever you open
Go grab whatever
a
it
cargo, it will open up in your inventory window in a separate item. And what you can do is you can drag and drop every item you want, but because sometimes there are more items in one cargo or one container, but it's more easy to just loot all. It will all automatically be
It appears to
transferred
be
to
a
your
black
cargo.
box, a device designed to survive the destruction of the vessel carrying it. Such boxes can be used to record vital flight data.
That's nice and all, but can you open it?
Negative, Elias. Captain, the box is protected by multiple layers of encryption. While it...
Don't think it's safe to crack it open here anyway. Where there's smoke, there's fire. One scout ship might mean they got friends lurking nearby. If we could trace that signal, so could someone else. Better get the box and whatever's in it back to Vesper. She'll know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. So a quick talk about this overview window here. At the beginning of each line, you will see there is an icon. Every icon is different. Now, I will explain more and more of them while we go through the tutorial or in later movies. But what I can already tell you is that this little circle here with the arrow in, those are Stargate. So you can fly from star to star through these Stargates. Whenever you see a square, it's a station where you can dock with your ship, empty your cargo, make some ISK by selling your loot or buying something from the market. You can do that there as well. And whenever you set a home station, it will have a small icon on the right bottom, a small house, if you can see it. I hope you can see it. It's a small house that's indicating that is your home
Elias
station.
is correct, Captain. The box may contain the answers we need to discover why those unidentified
Now they want
ships
us to
attacked
click
the
the
clone
align
facility,
to.
and why one was spying on this mining site.
It will turn your ship towards the selected object, in this case our home station.
I don't want you out there alone. I'll send some of my best pilots back with you. Safety in numbers and all that.
And then normally you should manually
Wisely stated, Elias. Well-armed company
enable
will be
the
most
warp.
welcome.
But now, yeah, in the tutorial they did it for us.
I do what I can. If someone went to the trouble of protecting whatever's
But you can
in that
also
box,
immediately
it
click
must be
on the
something
docking
valuable.
icon,
I bet whoever
and then
sent
you
that
will
scout ship will be real salty.
align automatically first,
Stay
then
sharp,
start
Captain.
to warp towards, in this case, your home station, and then
Let's
dock
dock at the
immediately.
station. I'm certain Vesper is more than eager to see what we've found.
Welcome back, Captain. Elias tells me you've brought a gift.
Indeed we have, Miss Calatrix. And this gift comes wrapped in several layers of complex
I'll pass that box along to our expert hackers, if they can't crack it open. Elias also informs me that you're carrying a fair amount of ore. We can take that off your hands in exchange for some ISK. Mind if I take a look?
Captain, open your ship's cargo hold, so Miss Calatrix can see what you've mined.
So whatever you loot or mine, you can sell it in any station for ISK.
In order to sell the ore, you must first transfer it from the cargo hold to your item hangar.
Yeah, so you cannot sell it from your cargo hold, so you always have to move it first to the
Now,
item hangar.
let's switch over to select the ore to see what you can do with it.
Yeah, so we have 114 items or of nephrite. So when you right click, now it's enabled. You see what you can always do with everything you right click. There are multiple options. In this case, we want to sell it.
In this instance, we want to sell it to Miss Calatrix.
Yeah, so you can lower or higher the price depending on how much you want to sell it on. You can only do that when you change the duration of your selling order. Now in the tutorial you cannot do that, so I will explain that later as well. But when this immediate is selected, you cannot change the value of the item you're trying to sell. You can always see how much percent you're below or above the market value. In this case, you cannot see it.
That's a nice haul
Because
you've
of the
got there.
tutorial.
I've transferred the ISK to your wallet. I think you'll find I've been more than generous.
Yeah. So
In
we
your wallet,
just
you
sell
can view the
these
total balance of ISK in
114
your possession.
items.
The highlighted entry shows how much money you received from air in exchange for the ore.
So we made 28,500 ISK just by selling this 114 nephrite ore that we mined earlier.
The wallet offers a wealth of information. Whenever an item is sold in New Eden, a tax is applied to that sale.
Yeah.
The market entry displays your most recent transaction tax.
We all love taxes, right?
Once you've finished gazing at your newfound riches, close your wallet and inventory. It's time we turned our attention to a more pressing issue.
Captain, I trust you'll keep quiet about the wrecked scout ship. So, as good as they are, it'll take some time for my team to hack through the encryptions on the box. You might as well use this time to explore what New Eden has to offer. Have you checked out the agency yet? It's the best way to find things to do.
Exactly. So the agency is
Miss Calatrix is right, Captain. In the agency,
the place to
you'll be
find
able
missions.
to peruse a variety of activities, many of which will help you grow as a capsuleer. If mining tickled your fancy, as the saying goes, you might be interested in viewing the agency's dedicated resource harvesting section.
So I'm going to put our on the side. So here, this agency window, first time you see this, it's looking a lot. But actually, it's the place to find good missions, etc. Now we are going to follow the tutorial one. In later videos, I will explain in depth how this is working, and we will do several kind of missions.
As you can see, there are a variety of options available to you. If you enjoyed your time mining with Elias, you might find asteroid belts and/or anomalies worthy of pursuit.
Yeah.
Elias spoke highly of your knack for mining, almost as highly as Balin did of your prowess in combat. It's clear you've got potential, Captain. I can put you in touch with a few people who can help you grow that potential into something great. You can find them in the agency under Career Agents.
Yeah, so the Career Agents, this is actually the path that you can follow to become a really skilled player.
I
And
suggest you take a moment to
you will
familiarize
also
yourself with
earn
what
a lot
each
of
career
ISK
agent
with
has
them
to offer.
and career
They
points.
specialize in various forms of combat, industry, and exploration. Missions provided by career agents offer a variety of rewards, including new skills, ships, modules, and money in the form of ISK, making them both lucrative and educational. No matter what path you choose, you will find a career agent who can help you walk it. You can even explore multiple paths if you wish. Once you've chosen an agent, set your destination.
No, so you don't need to stick with one kind of career. For example, if you want to mine today, you can choose the industrialist. And if you feel like to do some exploration tomorrow, you will just go to the career agents, select explorer, and you can go immediately exploring. Now, to keep it simple, we already have a ship with a miner, so I would suggest that we just go and mine for this tutorial. So I'm selecting the industrialist, and I will click the button
Now
set
let's
destination.
close the agency. There is one last question.
Our investigation is still in the early stages, but I have two theories. The attack may... A more worrying possibility is that someone is trying to stop us from pursuing our research. While Air takes
Much appreciated, Miss Calatrix. I await any... Captain, when you're ready, we can undock and begin the next phase.
Let's do that right away.
Now that no one is actively trying to kill us, I will teach you how to navigate in space. The primary mode of interstellar travel through New Eden is via stargates. We will proceed to our destination through these stargates. First, select the destination I've highlighted in your overview.
Yeah, so that's what I already explained you just a couple of minutes ago. These stargates, right? Now, in the tutorial, it is highlighted in a blue flashing one, but within the game it will not highlight whenever you do a mission, but you can recognize the stargate of the destination you set. So as soon as you set the destination, the icon in front of the destination will turn yellow. So that's your cue to see, okay, I need to go there.
Stargates are also called jump gates because of the way. After that rousing introduction to New Eden, it's nice to be in space without the threat of imminent peril.
Towards a gate and jump through it in just
Peril
one
often
click.
approaches when you least
You select
expect
it and then click on the jump icon, or you can press D on your keyboard. Or you can do right click jump. 3 ways always to move yourself around.
Initiate jump sequence.
So select the gate that you need to go to, and
I
press
don't
the
mean to unsettle you, Captain. You've already proven yourself capable in battle. I'm certain you can handle whatever New Eden throws your way. And if you cannot, at least you are immortal. You can be reborn into a new clone body to try again. I believe this is what humans call optimism.
Yeah, but the negative side on the optimism side is that whenever you have a clone and you inserted some implants and your clone dies, you will lose your implants. But I will make sure that I have a video on that as well, about the clones. So we had to do 2 jumps.
Time to land, Captain. Initiate docking sequence.
Yeah, so this is a station where we need to go. Let's dock it. I forgot to mention it because Aura was on top of it, but here on the left you can always see where you are. This is the name of the current system you're in. This is the security status. It goes from 1.0 down to minus 0.2, I think. So it goes from very secure to no security at all. And then here the route, you can actually see as soon as you set a destination how many jumps you will need to do to
Skill
get there.
training completed.
And also you can see immediately
To contact
whenever
a
you
career
go to
agent,
low or
you
high
must first
security
access the
systems.
agency.
So okay, let's open the agency again.
Well remembered, Captain. I knew you would be quick to learn. Now don't be shy. Begin a conversation with an agent. Your choice of career agent will not limit you in any way. You can choose to work.
Let's accept
now,
the mission that
let's
they
tidy
are
up our display,
offering.
shall we? Close the agency and agent conversation windows.
Okay.
Career agents offer adventures designed to hone your skills. AIR has provided a skill plan unique to each agent to assist with your progress. Since you have accepted the Enforcer's mission, you should select the Enforcer career path.
Actually, we didn't. We did select the enforcers and the industrialist. Huh. Okay, yeah, whatever. That's probably
For
just
your
how
chosen career
the
path, you will want to train
how
the
the
AIR
tutorial is
Enforcer
set up.
skill plan. You can view the contents of each skill plan, but using skill plans to guide your progression will make your life easier and prove rewarding. As you explore different career agents will sometimes reward capsuleers with new ships. It is what we're almost ready to embark on our new adventure. Now is the perfect time to close any windows you no longer need on your display.
So indeed, to be able to fly a specific ship, you will need to have right skills. That's why, what I told you before, it is always important to have a training queue. If you know you want to fly with a venture or with any kind of frigate, or maybe you want to have a battleship, always check up what kind of skills you need and put them in your queue as soon as possible. You can also drag and drop them, so you can change the order. For example, if you have one at the top, so the one at the top is the one that is currently being trained. Whenever you add a new queue, it will end up at the bottom. It's first comes first serves. So FIFO actually. And it could be that your top training has a duration of, let's say, 3 days. But the training you queued is only a couple of minutes. Then you can drag and drop it to the top so that it will be
Using
trained
skill plans
first.
to guide your progression will make your life easier, and career agents will sometimes reward capsuleers with new
Yeah, so
ships.
now
Details regarding the mission you
I
accepted
bugged
from
the
the career
tutorial.
agent are displayed. Details regarding the mission you accepted from the career agent are displayed on the info panel.
It's not opening. Okay, let's then do it manually. Ah, oh, okay. I made a little mistake. So I did choose Enforcer, while at first I chose the Industrialist. Okay, that's
Here,
okay.
you can view the mission briefing, objectives, and rewards. Should you ever need to be reminded of any of those details, you can always check the info panel.
Yeah, they always tell you in tutorials, etc., to close this window, but it is sometimes hard to find it back, especially when you're in the heat of the moment and several enemies are attacking. I would not advise to close it or not even minimize it. That's also a possibility. But just drag and drop it to the very bottom of your screen. It's nowhere in your sight, but you can quickly open and close it just whenever you need it. So at the right of this panel, this right panel actually, this is your objective. So we need to clear the pirates from the asteroid belt. So we need to fly to an asteroid belt and then kill any pirate or enemy that we see. It's in this location, and as a reward we will receive a very nice Gatling gun. And the bonus reward is whenever we complete this mission within almost 5 hours, then we also receive some extra ammo for this mission.
I must say, Captain, you've handled yourself remarkably well. Though there are thousands of copies of all now, it's time for you to venture out into the star.
Okay, so we need to undock. See, now it's on top of everything. Just drag it to the bottom. Even here you see it, huh? We are in space. You can just drag and drop it again. Not in your way at all. Okay, so we accepted this mission, and like I told you before, here you can see everything about your mission, and it's telling us to just warp to the location. So let's hit the button, and it will bring us directly to where we need to go. You can see there is already one enemy, and actually these are the tabs that I was talking about earlier, but I will explain it in another video. So here in the left you see you need to destroy all enemies in the vicinity. We can see only one for now, so what we will do is we will approach it first. There it is. We'll use our afterburner to get there closer, faster. We can also do orbit, but we are not going to orbit on 1000 meters. We will right click, choose orbit, and then say 2500 meters. Then it will go spinning around it. If you enable the tactical camera, you will also see the orbit trajectory. For some reason, yeah, there it is. So the small blue line is the orbit that we will do around the ship. We will target ship. I'm going to disable the afterburner because my capacitor is running low, and I will start shooting at it. Here you will see the progress. So the shield is halfway and now completely destroyed. We are starting to destroy the armor and now the structure. Now when I zoom in a little bit, you can see the ship, the enemy ship exploding. Two other enemies are coming in, so I will do just the same. I will orbit one of them. I will target them both at once, so you can target multiple items. So you can click an item and then here press the target icon, but you can also do it with Ctrl Shift. And you will select or deselect an item or an. Let's enable the afterburner for just 1 or 2 cycles maybe. One should be sufficient, and I will start shooting at it. So you didn't see my mouse going to here to enable the Gatling Railgun. I just pressed the F1 button. So if you hover it, you will also see at the top right corner which button on your keyboard you can press to activate or deactivate it. And another one is coming in. Enemies come in waves. Most likely they will come with 2 or 4 at the same time. But in some cases, depending on the level of the mission you're doing, they can spawn with 10, 15 enemies at the same time. So the mission is telling me to already dock, but that's strange because there is still an enemy and I needed to clear all enemies before I could complete a mission. So anyway, I'm going to destroy it. Otherwise, I don't want to come back just to kill this one. Fall of range was 7,300, so okay. As soon as I'm below 7,000, I start shooting. Turning off the afterburner. You see my shield is a little bit, it's at 94%, but it will regenerate automatically. The higher your levels, the faster it regenerates, or maybe if you have some implants or whatsoever, it goes faster as well. But anyway, whenever you dock a station and fly out again, the shield is also repaired. If you need to repair structure or armor, you will need to do that manually in a station. Oh, let's wait. I forgot to look up for loot. And yes, there is one ship that we destroyed which has some loot. So let's see what's in there. Hopefully it's something worth some money. You can also salvage the empty racks. You will get some metal scraps for them, and maybe some fried electronics. Sometimes it makes some good money, but then you have to have some specific equipment with you, and also you need to have the right salvaging skills. But later on that. Maybe I will dedicate an entire movie on salvaging. So we need to be in 2,000 meters before we can see what's in the cargo. Some metal scraps. Yeah, okay. It's not worth that much, but yeah, let's take it with us. Okay, let's dock. And then we can complete the mission. So I told you that you could repair your ship. You can do that by right-clicking it and then get repair code. So whenever your armor is damaged or your structure, yes, you have some fittings that you can put in your ship, which can repair your armor, etc. But if you don't have those kind of things, just enter a station, right-click your ship, click on Get Repair Code, and now of course my ship is not damaged, but here then you can see a list of items that need some repairs with the cost price which it shall cost you to get it repaired. As soon as you agree with the price and you click Repair Now, it will be immediately repaired. You can close this window and you can go ahead again with fully repaired structure, armor, and maybe even shield. Okay, so we are docked and we need to talk to the guy again, the agent who gave us the mission. We did the mission and now we are going to complete the mission. And right away you can see that we received our 2 rewards. So the Gatling railgun and the ammo, because we did the mission within the 5 hours. I only spent 10 minutes or so, 12 minutes max. So yeah, I'm going to drag the metal scraps to the item hangar as well, so my cargo of my ship is empty. Yeah, the air career program. Let's open it up. So here you can see that we received some money. Let's claim the money. And close it up. Let's close the agent conversation. Don't need that anymore. So the money is not straight away in our bank account, as you can see. Yes, we received ISK of the mission, but not the ones we just claimed. They are here in the unclaimed items to redeem. On daily basis, you will receive some really nice items that you can use. Also money, skins for your ships, boosters. They will boost your armor, they will boost your shields, your mining yield, those kind of things. And you can just click them, or you select them all, or you click the ones with Control on your keyboard pressed. You can select the items just like on your computer. And whenever you have them, you can say, okay, redeem to the current station or redeem to your home station. Like you can see, we are not in our home station. This means that whenever I do it in the current station, all the items will drop here in my inventory. Where is it? Here in my inventory in the item hanger. It will stay in this station until I sell them, reprocess them, or move them with my cargo ship or whatsoever ship to another station or to my home station. In this case, with the items you can redeem, it's always, I suggest always to just redeem them to your home station. They are always at the place you know the best by doing that. So let's do it to the home station. Accept. As long as you don't touch these ones, they will be available. So I'm closing it up. I'm opening it again, and you see those items are still here. You can see that some of the items have an expiry date. Here you can see this one will expire. This one will expire in 6 days, 3 days, 1 day, etc., etc. When it's not mentioned, they will stay there until you redeem. What I can do is I will select the items I put in my item hanger. I'm going to drag them into my ship's cargo bay. And then to this window here. And then we will fly back to our home station. You can find underneath your inventory the personal assets icon. If you click that, it's kind of an overview of your inventory, but then spread over all the systems you went and where you have some stuff. Right now we only have stuff here in the station where we are. But that's strange because okay, there is a delay in the refresh of this window. So quickly undock. Let's quickly undock and then see. Normally our home station should appear here as well. So it is not. I redeemed those items. Now, when it's not here, don't worry, you can always find it back. The easiest way to find it back is just to click your character's sheet, and then here you can see what your current home station is. If you hover it, you will see it changes color. That means that you can right click it and choose to set the destination or as a waypoint. So we are going to choose set destination. Here you can also immediately see we need to jump 2 times. I'm going to close this up. And like I mentioned before, here you can see the route, 2 jumps from Akura to Amsan. You can see here systems we will pass through. We have set the destination, so we're going to choose the correct gate and jump. What I also always advise is whenever you're maybe streaming or recording a video, you don't want people to know where you are. Is as soon as you're warping towards the location you're going, is to select your ship. It will then deselect the location where you're going, and the name will disappear on the screen. So I will make an example. We're go to Amson. Let's jump. It will first decloak the ship. You see, now you see here the name of the Stargate that we are jumping. People could use that while you're streaming to gank you. They will try to fly there and prevent you to go through it, or as soon as you go through it, they will kill you. So as soon as I'm now clicking on my ship, the name disappears and people cannot see where you're flying. Of course, you will need to do some hiding of the location here and some hiding here in the overview of location specific settings, but that's for maybe a later video where I can explain what an ideal EVE Online streaming setup is. Okay, that was the second jump, and now here in the overview we will see our home station, and we can immediately jump into it. So we have docked. I'm going to select everything in my cargo bay, drag it to the item hangar, and as of now these things are in the cargo hangar, item hangar of my station. Actually, it's not my station, it's a station in space where people can dock and put their items. From here you can sell, you can reproduce, or you can do whatever you want. You can make some, you can buy some containers, station containers, where you can drop items to sort things out. I'm sorting out, for example, ammo, fitting, ores, some loot, reprocessed items, but I will make a video on that later too. Okay, so actually this is the end of the part 1 of the tutorial. From here you can now choose wherever you want to go, always with the agency. Just choose an agent, set a destination, read the objectives, try to do them as good as possible. You will make some ISK, and as soon as you made some ISK, you will be able to buy a better ship, larger ship, better fittings, and then you will grow day by day. If you have any questions about the tutorial, or something is not clear what I explained, or you could use some advice or help, please leave a comment down below, and I will try to answer your questions as good as possible. Also, if you want to see some things in upcoming videos, please also leave a comment. Maybe I will make a separate video on this topic, and then I can help you out this way too. I would like to thank you very much to watch it, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you in the next movie. Bye bye.